Have you ever wondered what the difference is between formula feeding and breastfeeding? Good thing that you came to the right video because I'm about to tell you exactly what you need to know. What's up, guys? It's Marissa here, mom and founder of Noble Baby Wellness. If this is the first time you are joining me, welcome to my channel. I'm super excited. If you are ready to learn all about the difference between breastfeeding and formula feeding, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you really like what I'm talking about, don't forget to subscribe down below, and don't forget to hit the notification bell because if you don't, you won't know when I'm posting more awesome videos. All right, check this one out. Breastfeeding a newborn or an infant in general is the best way to nourish them. But unfortunately, that is not always the option. That wasn't the option for myself. Sometimes there's issues with breast milk production. Sometimes there is low milk supply. Sometimes moms just don't know of any other resources that they have available to them. And I can vouch for all three of those because I experienced all three of those. I didn't know what resources were available to me except for the breastfeeding clinic at the hospital, which did absolutely nothing for me. I had low milk supply. I didn't even know if my son was getting any milk. I didn't know if he was latching properly either. And I didn't have any kind of support to guide me further and support me. If you want to learn more about my breastfeeding story, check it out down below. I'm going to link it so you can read my blog post about my birth and breastfeeding journey as a new mom. So when an infant is born, they travel through the vaginal canal. Some of them do, some of them don't, but those who travel through the vaginal canal are exposed to a bunch of awesome good bacteria that supports their immune system, that cultivate their immune system first off, and 70% of your immune system is chilling in your gut. These bacteria are also really good for your digestive system as well too, and protects their eyes, their mouth, their skin. So these bacteria are all crucial for your infant's digestive health. So when mom's breastfeeding, she is feeding those bacteria to thrive, to flourish, and to support baby further. And these sugars are called oligosaccharides. So when a baby is being formula fed, they don't have that opportunity to get those sugars. They're being given a whole different type of sugar, which is called high fructose corn syrup. These sugars do absolutely nothing for them. These sugars are actually very damaging, very harmful. If you want to learn any more about high fructose corn syrup, I am linking all of the amazing research and information that you need to know about high fructose corn syrup down below, so you can do your own research and be empowered with your own knowledge. Whatever commercial brands of formula that you can go to your local grocery store and purchase, all usually contain high fructose corn syrup because, well, it's the cheapest form of sweetener that companies can use, so they're going to make more money because they're cheaping out on the ingredients. And not to mention that it's coming from genetically modified organisms, which is GMO corn. If you don't really know too much about GMOs are sprayed with heavy amounts of pesticides and herbicides, which those usually end up in the final product, which is baby formula. These pesticides and herbicides I want to mention are coming from Roundup. Roundup is known as glyphosate, and glyphosate has been linked to many forms of cancers. That's what they're spraying these GMO crops. And not to mention on top of it that these crops are, well, they're genetically modified, which means they have their DNA and RNA being manipulated, which is going to end up manipulating our own genes and our own DNA, which is very dangerous and can be mutagenic and carcinogenic, which means cancer causing. So this high fructose corn syrup or any of those sugars that are being added into baby formula are potentially going to feed the unfriendly bacteria that are also in the gut, which allows them to flourish and cause a lot of digestive issues in the body. This is why I recommend anybody buying formula from Europe, because Europe has higher standard of quality for everything. breast milk and breastfeeding are ideal for an infant's immature digestive system. All infants are born with a leaky gut because they have an immature digestive system. That leaky gut from their small intestine is not sealed properly. This is also known as increased intestinal permeability. Breast milk is pretty much 100% absorbable. So if you think of it, if it's 100%, almost 100% absorbable, baby doesn't really have to do very much work, because in mom's breast milk, she is giving the enzymes to baby from the milk to help them to digest. Formula doesn't offer any enzymes at all, which is why it's very, very, very hard for infants to digest formula. And formula is probably one of the worst things for digestion because, well, like I said, they don't offer enzymes to break down the molecules in the formula. They're just given these large molecules to drink, and their digestive systems have no idea what the heck it's doing. There's dairy and soy, which are one of the two top allergenic foods out there. And if you haven't watched any of my other videos, I strongly recommend not to introduce any of the allergenic foods to children, especially dairy, especially soy, especially gluten and grains, because it can cause a lot of digestive damage and issues. And formula is usually one of the biggest causes for digestive disturbances, like colic, constipation, diarrhea, blood in the stool, mucus in their stool, baby acne, rashes. It also leads to food allergies and food sensitivities. My son experienced a ton of food sensitivities because of the formula that we were giving him. So if you are a new mom and you are struggling with breast milk production, check this out. If you have low milk supply, you can take fenugreek, blessed thistle, goat's root, and fennel. Those are all amazing galactagogues, which are milk stimulating, milk producing herbs. So for formula, like better quality, good quality formula that babies can digest or infants can digest, is goat's milk formula. This is what I gave to my son, and all of his digestive issues went away. This is easier for children to absorb because cow's milk molecules are so big and they're so large that infants can't digest them. Goat's milk molecules are a little bit smaller, although they are the same molecules as cow's milk. They're a lot smaller, so they're easier for them to digest. If you have an infant who is reacting to cow's milk formula, chances are they could react to goat's milk as well, just because they are the same molecules. You can order goat's milk formula online. I'm going to put all of the links down below so you have access to that, because I want you to be able to nourish your baby with the best of the best. Okay, friends, if you have any questions about anything that I talked about in this video, if you have any questions at all about your infant's digestive health and wellness, send me a message, send me an email, comment below. I'll get back to you. And that's pretty much it. All right, guys. See you later. Have a lovely day. Bye.